Okay, hi everybody, it's Lynn from LynzCraftzDesignz. Hi everybody, it's Lynn from LynzCraftzDesignz. I'm gonna do this Tiki head. Okay, each of these I've only done once. I have the feeling that's why I couldn't find the mold on either one of them. But on this Tiki head, I don't like his ears. So I'm going to do the mold and not do his ears. Okay. I've also done a mold of the top and used that as just a disc on a pendant before. I did two and made it double-sided. And I couldn't find that either. So I have a feeling wherever it is, they are. So I'll wind up with two of these eventually, I think. But anyway, I'm only going to push his head down that far to not do his ears. Okay. Explanation out of the way. Now, let's do it. Okay, that looks pretty mixed to me. Okay, we're going to pick an area where we don't have the seams. Okay, once again, I'm going to start from his chin. Hopefully we've got enough. I'm going to start from his chin and go forward. Ooh, weather alert telling me it's going to be hot. Like we didn't know that. Okay, I don't want to go much deeper because he's got a big nose. And I'm not trying to do the disc in this particular mold. I just want his face. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. Okay, once again, I'm just going to let this set for about an hour, and then I'll be back. Alright. It's cured. I can get it off the tile. Now, that was close. That nose is super close. I can see through the mold at the bottom, but it's not pushing through. Alright. I think we got a good casting. The edges of the mouth could be better, but I'm liking it. So we've got some... Ooh, this is the primo. that I did that. I'm going to pinch off a tiny bit and put it in the nose. Just so I know that the nose has some in it. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. Once again, I'm going to roll out a little bit of Primo clay first, and I'll be back. Let's demold this. Alright, that actually did really well. I don't know why I was trying to center it and everything. I'm going to cut all that away anyway. Now, for those of you that are newbies, I haven't said this in a while, but one of the first things you need to learn when you're working with polymer clay is you need to learn a light touch. You want to be able to touch your polymer clay without leaving fingerprints and without distorting the piece you're working with. And that can take a while. Don't expect it to just come to you right away. I don't have any videos of before I started my YouTube channel. I used to do mermaids and fairies, you know, the like Barbie doll size mermaids and fairies. And yes, I have some of them. I often wonder, my mother had one that I did that was a mermaid coming down some ruins of stairs, and it used to be on her mantle. I often wonder what happened to it. I know one of my sisters or nieces have it. Okay, I'm just making sure that it's seated down on the clay. Okay. Now, like we did on the Green Man, I want to do some other stuff. So let's think about what would a tiki maybe some feathers, maybe a spear tip. Ooh, maybe a gem, like a ruby or something, a gemstone. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna get some clay out, and we'll be back to do some other stuff. Okay, now because these little leaves reminded me so much of feathers, we're going to use them as feathers this time. Okay. First thing we're going to do is fold them a little bit more. And give them a little more of a feather shape. And then I'm going to take my craft knife give it a couple of little slits. Not slits, but slits. If any of y'all are old enough to know what I'm talking about. First drink of beer I ever had was a Schlitz. Ugh. Not the best beer. Okay, then we're going to take another one, do the same thing. I made some slashes in some different areas. Really good. And then I'm going to take the third one. Again, give it a little shape. Okay, yeah. Put it up here at the top. Okay, now I do think we're going to find some sort of gem to go right there on his crown. Although, when you look at the piece, you can see it's got, they even antiqued it a little bit right there, where a gem would go. So, no, I think it's still right there on the crown. I think. Alright. I'm going to find some. Before I do that, I'm going to take a little point of polymer clay. and the back end of my craft knife. Then I'm going to give it what? Telling me now it's 103. I can't decide if I like that or not. I really think I'd like it better if I just made another leaf, feather. So let's do that. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up the tip of this feather so we can put this one underneath it. There we go. Yep. That's what I want. I even wound up with a tiny bit of clay left. What can we do with that? Okay, now I'm going to find a stone. And I'm maybe looking up some research and see about something on the top. Okay, most of the ones that I saw had bit of what looked like greenery leaves at the top of the crown. I'm going to cut off try to. There we go. Okay, then starting with a little teardrop shape. Something like that. Okay, and then with what we've got left over here, cut it in half and make two more. Yeah. Now, taking my little knitting needle, I'm just going to make sure that they're all seated down to the top of that polymer clay. Now I'm going to find a gem. I promise. Okay. Now, in so much as I wanted it to look like a ruby, all I could find in an emerald cut, these are CZs, is a lavender colored, but I'm thinking that's going to work. Now what I really want though, I really want it to have silver behind it. So I'm gonna have to look a second. What I chose to do was, this is some silver mica, and just with a tiny brush, put a little silver mica. Okay, now a little bit of liquid Sculpey. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to take the edge of a paper towel, if I can. Just wipe a little of that liquid Sculpey off the surface. Okay. Now really and truly, that is what we want. You want the liquid Sculpey to kind of hug that stone just a little bit. Now you can't see it very well right now, but hopefully after it bakes, that will really show up nicely. Just gonna I'm going to take just this tiny bit of clay right here. Just to kind of give those little leaves a little support. There we go. Now, I think he's ready to bake. Okay, I did put a coat of white on the tip of the feathers before I put the ceramic coat bright yellow. Okay, and then let that dry. I put a little bit of detailing on the feather with the Americana Ocean Blue. And now we've got the canary yellow to do just the same thing on the yellow. Alright. Now, I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna come back and wood grain the face, white the teeth, green on the feathers. Maybe, I'm not sure about the crown. It does have the same wood grain, so we may just leave it wood grain. Okay, sorry about that. Future Lynn here. I don't know what happened to the rest of the video, but I did the wood grainy, painted the leaves, painted the teeth. Put just a leather cord on because I really thought this could be basically a unisex pendant, because I could see a guy wearing it just like I could see a woman wearing it. So there we go. I love how it turned out. Alright, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like everybody's video you watch, including this one. Subscribe, it's free. Bye for now. I sound like a broken record. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. I went ahead and put the rolled bale on the back before I started painting, so This is Americana Sea Breeze. It really doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's just a little thick. So let's get a little water on our brush. That's why I should have left it on the tile. I'm going to start painting the feathers. Okay, and I'm going to leave the bottom of the feathers not painted for now. I'm going to do those in the yellow. Oh my gosh, and I'm so happy to report my back is doing so much better today. I actually got to sleep last night. It was wonderful. I even dreamed about polymer clay. How can you get better than that? Normally, most of my adult life, anytime I dream, I have nightmares. So, to not have a nightmare, and then to actually dream about something as benign as polymer clay, y'all just don't have any idea, I'm sure. when I was younger, I used to be so empathic. I used to pray that I was not like that. Okay, something like that just for the first coat. I may need a little more water on my brush. Yeah. And obviously our silver behind the CZ there didn't work. It still turned out really dark. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm probably gonna give it another coat, and then we'll be back to put the yellow. Okay, I did put a coat of white on the tip of the feathers before I put the ceramic coat bright yellow. Okay, and then let that dry. I put a little bit of detailing on the feather with the Americana Ocean Blue. And now we've got the canary yellow to do just the same thing on the yellow. Alright. Now, I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna come back and wood grain the face, white the teeth, some green on the feathers. Okay, sorry about that. Future Lynn here. I don't know what happened to the rest of the video, but I did the wood graining, painted the leaves, painted the teeth. Put just a leather cord on because I really thought this could be basically a unisex pendant, because I could see a guy wearing it just like I could see a woman wearing it. So, there we go. I love how it turned out. Alright, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like everybody's video you watch, including this one. Subscribe, it's free. Bye for now. I sound like a broken record.